Wow. I have to say something. Man, my sister, I know she can talk. I promise you, I will not be that long. However, I do have to say a couple things. Number one, I think Mark was maybe about 13 years old. And I knew that he was different than everybody in our entire family. He was different than my brother Fred, a lot different than Cindy, and totally different from me. But we had a park it was a block away from our house, and it was the day that Elvis died. He comes ripping through, and I worked at that park. I was already in college, and he comes running through that park, jumps up on a pool table, grabs a pool cue, and starts singing, "He ain't nothing but a dead dog." I couldn't believe it. So I knew right then and there, I go, this guy, he's bound for something in his life. But one thing I wanted to say about, this was really a strange event that happened, and for the longest time, I didn't know what I should do, and it was like maybe, it's not the longest time, but it was a couple weeks after his death. My second son, Ryan, he comes downstairs, and you have to understand that when we were kids, Ryan was, or Connor was let's try this again. I will go through all my brothers and my kids. However, with, what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought here. When we were kids, we used to sit in our living room, family room, whatever it was, and Mark would do these magic shows for us. And he used to wear this crazy hat that my dad had. It was this Russian furry-looking kind of cap, and he would sit there and he'd pull cards out of a hat and ball tricks and all kinds of stuff. And we'd sit through this and we'd clap and everything else. Well, it was about 5 or 6 weeks after Mark's death. Ryan comes down the stairs, and I was having breakfast, getting ready to go to work. My wife Laura, who actually really helped me out through this whole traumatic event that went on, and I can't thank her enough. She was standing across the kitchen, and he comes downstairs and he goes, "Hey, Dad," and he goes, "I had a visitor last night in my room." And I go, "Oh yeah, who?" And he goes, "Uncle Mark." I go, "Uncle Mark?" I go, "He came to your room?" And he goes, "Yeah, he did." And he goes, "And let me tell you what we did." He goes, "We sat down on the floor and we did magic tricks." And he explained to me exactly what he was wearing, that stupid hat that my dad had. And I tell you, I never told him. I never spoke to my kids about what he did when he was younger. That it just never happened. So how he knew this totally freaked me out. So I had my bowl of cereal in front of me, and I just dropped my spoon in the bowl of cereal, and I was looking at my wife just staring like, I just can't believe this, and he's going on, he's telling us all this stuff. And I'm saying, well, what do I do? Should I call my mother? Should I tell her? But the thing was, he said, "I just wanted to tell Grandma, and I want you to know that I'm okay, and don't worry about me. And I will never, ever, I will go to my grave with knowing, that somewhere." You asked if you heard him before when he was up there. That probably was him. So, anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you.